Episode 3 of Fabulous France with AAA is finally here! Hooray! In this episode, we will do a throwback on Nigeria's Superfalcons and their very few supporters. We will also discuss the very controversial VAR. And in my favorite part of this program, we're going to look at how the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup in France is influencing both boys and girls in this country to believe in gender equality. But first, let me quickly run you through the lineup for the quarterfinals fixtures at the Women's World Cup. So we've got Norway versus England, France versus the United States, Italy versus the Netherlands, and Germany versus Sweden. This is our lineup for the quarterfinals of the FIFA Women's World Cup. So, Nigeria were the second African country to qualify into the last 16 of the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup, as they finished higher than Chile in the ranking of the best third-placed teams. Chile actually needed to win 3-0 against Thailand to advance into the knockout stages, but they fell short of that. They missed a penalty late in their game and crashed out. This is how Nigeria celebrated on Twitter after going through.
It makes a way where there is no way. Jehovah has the final say.
Unfortunately, in the round of 16, Germany proved too strong for the Superfalcons. This image from Fox will be a very hard one to look at for Nigerian fans out there, I suppose. Well, let's look at some positive stuff from Niger's camp. I caught up with Sharon Ivie, also known as the composer of the first official Nigeria women's football song. It is called Issa Player. Get your dancing shoes on as I take you through a throwback of my encounter with Sharon in Rennes after that last group game against France. I also took a moment to inquire what was up with the fact that Niger fans were very few. Visa issues? Check out the report.
Say a little prayer for the Falcons. Say we be winning, we be champions. We just keep it rolling cause we're strong.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oshala is the player, Nigeria we support. Obanazi is the player,
Nigeria we support.
Odeka is the player,
Nigeria we support.
Obi is the player,
Nigeria we support. Nigeria we support.
Jibade is the player,
Nigeria we support.
Oluwe is the player,
Nigeria we support.
Owale is the player,
Nigeria we support.
My ladies, wave your hands now. My ladies,
Hey.
left, right, everybody running like a baller. Left, right, shake your body running like a baller. Go get it.
Stop chat.
Enjoy you eating.
Shaku. To be very honest with you, we were also quite surprised when we arrived here today. We came from Sweden actually to support these Nigerian girls. So we were quite surprised there were very few Nigerians out here to support these amazing ladies tonight.
And I heard that there are some issues with visas, allocating visas to Nigerian fans in Nigeria. Have you heard about that too?
No, not to my knowledge. Like I mentioned before, I'm a European citizen, so I came here with my European passport. I don't know what has happened in Nigeria regarding visa issues, so no, I have no idea.
How has been your the atmosphere in France here in Rennes? Do you think it was welcoming enough for you?
Yeah. I think it was amazing actually, because when we walked over there was like thousands of French with their flags. Every time they looked at us, we wave our Nigerian flag. They all smile and wanted to have a chit chat with us, and I think they were welcoming. So that was good.
Left, right, there. Everybody running like a baller. Left, right. Shake your body, running like a baller. One, go get it. One, stop chat. Enjoy you evening. Thank you.
So, viewers, do you think Nigeria could have gone farther if there were more supporters in France to cheer them up? What really was your problem against Germany? Knowing that, they started the game strongly, but then the Superfalcons crashed out. Cameroon also crashed out after collapsing 3-0 to England in the last 16, so there are no more African teams in the tournament. Well, now, one thing we need to talk about is VAR. Do you think VAR has been helping the game at the FIFA Women's World Cup? The technology was at the center of the show, not only during Nigeria's 1-0 loss to France on match day 3, but also in the game between Norway and Australia, which I attended live from the Allianz Riviera. That game went all the way to penalties and Australia lost 4-1, but they had a good case for a penalty during normal proceedings. Let's take a look at mixed opinions on VAR.
In a game today, I would say that I'm disappointed at the referee and VAR, because of course there are some other calls that I thought that VAR could have been in Nigerian favor, which of course wasn't the case. But all in all, I'm a big fan of VAR. I think that is something that we all should support, and hopefully they would get better so that it will be even regardless of the big teams and the smaller teams, because I think today VAR was against the Nigerian team.
VAR is a funny joke that FIFA have made up and we were robbed. So thanks to the ref, you were best on ground for Norway tonight. Well played.
But Matildas, you played an outstanding tournament. Yeah. We'll always stand by your side. We are here for you. We're going to support Australia and women's football on the international stage because you deserve to be there.
Now, I want to get your opinion on VAR. Share your thoughts on social media using the hashtag FabulousFrance or tag me in your comments at Angela Akua Asante. I'm in France, courtesy flight sponsors LiveSoccerTV.com, and you're watching Fabulous France with AAA on Metro TV in Ghana and on AAA network pages on YouTube and Facebook online. Hey guys, you're still watching Fabulous France with Triple A, and I want to take you to Nice in the southeast of France, where I actually watched both England's group game win over Japan and Norway's elimination of Australia. But what I want to talk about here is not about the 2019 FIFA Women's World Cup matches in particular, but about the positive influence it is having on the youth in France. I was actually hunting for proper Maghrebian food to eat last week, and my stomach led me to King Burger. That's how I got to meet the owners of the place. There are kids Heikel, Sohan, and their niece Miriam. They all play football and are pretty conscious of gender equality matters in the sport. Here's how my spontaneous visit at King Burger unfolded, combining food with football.
Bonsoir, vous êtes au King Burger sur Nice, 68 boulevard Les Cassins. On est le roi du kebab, des burgers, des tacos. On goûte et on juge, c'est mon slogan. La pizza nan, unique en France, chez Kamel King Burger à Nice, 68 boulevard René Cassin. On goûte et on juge. Pizza chica, pizza chica. Pizza chica, pizza chica chica. On goûte et on juge, c'est une tuerie ça. J'espère vous voir bientôt. Regardez les pizzas. Pizza cheese naan, unique en France. Poulet mariné au curry.
C'est un sandwich grec.
Kebab. Qu'est-ce qu'on met comme sauce?
Mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. Salade, tomate, oignon, tout.
Salade, oignon, mais complet.
Pour vous? Quelle sauce? Salade, tomate, oignon? Ok.
Allez les bleus, allez les bleus, allez King Burger. Salut tout le monde, je m'appelle Sohan, j'ai 8 ans, je joue à l'AS Moulin, je supporte les filles de l'équipe féminine. Allez les bleus!
Salut tout le monde, je m'appelle Heikel, j'ai 12 ans et je joue dans le club de la Victory. L'année prochaine, je passe en catégorie U13 et cette année, c'est la Coupe du Monde féminine. Allez les Bleus, faut les soutenir à fond.
Le foot, c'est pas que pour les garçons, c'est aussi pour les filles. Les filles, ils jouent très bien.
Salut le Ghana, moi c'est Myriam, j'ai 17 ans, je suis gardienne de foot et je supporte l'équipe féminine de football. Et mon rêve, c'est de devenir une joueuse professionnelle ou sinon journaliste de football féminin ou masculin. Et le football, c'est pas que pour les garçons. Croyez en vous les filles et allez les Bleus!
Salut les Niçois, allez les Bleus!
Hey Titans, it's almost time for us to say goodbye. Thank you so much for watching my show. Don't forget to subscribe to my pages. I'm happy to present you with what I see here in France. Apologies to those who want to see more monuments and stuff. In case you didn't know, I'm here in France alone, assuming all the roles, filming, interviewing, translating, captioning, editing each episode, and that's aside catching taxis, trains and flights. I'm doing my very best to show you how fabulous France is this summer, so please bear with Triple A. Now, before we end this episode, I have to say that it's so good also to know that the wave of awareness for gender equality between men's and women's football has spread across French citizens from all backgrounds and ages. Here is a special encounter with fans from Rennes in Brittany. Bye in advance.
Est-ce que tu es étonné du support que le football féminin reçoit en France à cette Coupe du Monde?
Non, parce qu'il y a beaucoup de filles qui font du foot et tout, et donc c'est normal que ce support soit aussi immense et tout. Et allez les filles, hein!
Allez les filles!
Pourquoi en tant que petit garçon, vous voulez célébrer les filles?
Parce que c'est normal, c'est notre pays et c'est comme les garçons on l'a fait, alors les filles on le fait aussi. Ouais, faut respecter tout le monde.
So, people say that Frenchmen are macho men and that there's a lot of inequality between men and women. How do you explain that somebody like you wants to support the women's team?
I'm not so sure that Frenchmen are macho because we like our team. I think this football for women is very fresh. It's a good spirit. For me, it's a really good way for the football in my country and also in the world that women play football. And especially, I am a coach for young girls in my country. So I like football, especially with my little girls.
Alors, je suis avec des enfants qui font partie du club LNF, vachement intéressant. Vous êtes des joueurs de football?
Oui.
Ouais, super. Quelle position sur le parc?
Moi, je suis au milieu.
Milieu?
Attaquant gauche. Milieu droit. Défenseur gauche.
Défenseur central.
Défenseur gauche.
Gauche aussi?
Latéral droit.
Latéral droit.
Mascotte.
C'est vachement mignon ça. Et en fait, qu'est-ce qui rend votre club si spécial? Je vois sur la banderole, il y a écrit LNF derrière Coco et les Bleus. Alors qu'est-ce que ça veut dire tout ça? Expliquez-moi.
Bonsoir, nous c'est Sarah et Anna, les mamans des enfants.
Et les supportrices.
Et les supportrices aussi, il y a les papas derrière. Et en fait, merci Coco, derrière Coco, parce que c'est la marraine des enfants du club de LNF. C'est la belle-sœur de leur entraîneur. Voilà.
Et un grand merci à eux, parce que grâce à eux,